I just want to clear up the thing that confused me most about sourdough, and that is the difference between discard and starter. And the difference is there is no difference. The only difference is you discard if you're not making a ton of stuff with the quote discard, the extra, you can either give that away. So if somebody like what I gave you, you would call that discard, the stuff I sent, because I didn't need it. I sent it. It's called discard, and you can give it away. It's just a starter for somebody else. So some people only want to make bread. They don't want to have to waste a bunch of flour feeding, their starter. They only want to feed what they need. So when it's time to feed, they would reduce it by, only take what they need for the bread and throw everything else away. So they only have to use, if you take 60 grams of starter, you only need 60 grams of flour and 60 grams of water. But if I start with this much, that's a lot. That's probably 300 grams or so, and then maybe even more. And then I would have to put 300 grams of flour, which you will see is quite an awful lot. And then I need a bigger jar because it's going to overflow my jar. So I am known to have too many containers in my fridge, and I will, rotate them a little bit. But this, what I would do if I'm going to make bread, I'm going to just take what I need, unless I'm trying to, I don't want to complicate things. But if I want to make, I like to make crackers, crepes, pizza crusts, which takes more. I need more. So like if I'm going to make crackers, I want more than this. So I have a bigger jar, one of these great big ones that I'll put this stuff in. I'll put all my extra in there. And sometimes I'll even feed that to get even more because I want to feed my discard. But I'm not going to use it for those things until it rises up and then comes back down. I don't want to use it when it's happy and ready to feed bread because you don't need that for crackers. You want your crackers super thin, right? You want crepes super thin. We want my pizza crust thin. I don't want a big, thick thing. So anyway, I hope that's not confusing, but you can see the liquid there. This guy's hungry. I left this guy longer. It's probably been a couple of weeks since I fed it because I kind of forget that I have an extra one in the fridge. This one I fed a week ago, so you can see the bubbles even are still in it because it slows down. When you keep it in the fridge, it slows everything down, which is probably a smart thing to do, especially in a hot environment where you live. I keep my house about 70 degrees. If you don't use air conditioning down there or keep it warmer because it's so much hotter, you're going to get faster results. So you might help you to make your bread faster, but you're also going to want to stick it in the fridge. I wouldn't keep it out. It's just not worth getting mold in it or something. You keep it out when you're feeding it because you need it to bubble up. But other than that, I keep mine in the fridge. So this liquid I'll show you. I got these sealed shut in the fridge. I don't seal them when they're on the counter, when I'm getting them fed because they're needing to gas off a little bit too. But see the liquid? It's even dark colored. They call that hooch. That doesn't hurt anything. You can pour it off if you want to, or you can stir it in. You'll find mixed opinions about that. I do a little bit of both. If it's a lot or if it's really dark, I don't know. Sometimes I pour it off, sometimes I mix it in. Some say it kind of increases the alcohol flavor. There's just all kinds of different ideas. Sometimes you even get little white stuff floating on the top. That's actually the yeast, or something like that. I forget. I looked it up once. It's not mold. Your mold is going to be pink streaks through it or something, is from what I understand. And that Farmhouse on Boone site, if you look at that, she tells you, like, never throw your starter away until you've investigated whether it's really bad. So here's one that I actually fed a week ago. Let it rise. And I did not feed it before I stuck it back in the refrigerator. Some people do. I just let it rise. I used what I wanted and I stuck the rest. I sealed it up and stuck it in the fridge. And there it is. It just slows it down. It's been eating very slowly all week, digesting that. Fermenting, rather, is probably a better way to say it. And then this is these extra discard here. When I first started, I always kept 2 containers in case I messed something up. So I always would have some in the fridge that's not ruined. And I've never ruined one yet. But like I said, this, either you could throw it away and only keep what you want for bread, or crackers are so easy. Again, Farmhouse on Boone has a recipe. Crepes are so good. And they always turn out for me when I use my cast iron pan for those. Pizza crust, her Alfredo chicken pizza is really good. And so I do that. But read her notes about it. You want to use cast iron pan. I did use a stone that wasn't well seasoned, and it took me a long time to scrape this stuff off because it baked on super hard. So anyway, I hope that helps you understand discard versus starter. Starter is, and they'll call it, sometimes they'll call it discard in your recipe, or active starter. If it calls for discard, not active, not fed, just been sitting in the fridge just like this. If it's all bubbly up, that's your active starter. If you need it not to be, just leave it on your counter until it goes back down. It will. It's already digested it, or put it in the fridge for a week and then do it, depending on how soon you need it. So I keep a bigger jar, and sometimes I have to throw stuff away. You can freeze it, but I did that once, and guess what? Sitting in the freezer. I'll never use it. So hope that helps you understand discard versus starter.